Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. This is a video on how to assemble the crawling bot for Build-A-Bot with Creative Brain. First step, you want to make sure you have all your parts. So go ahead and check to make sure you have all those parts and you're ready to go. Step 2, connect the leads of the battery to the pins of the motor. Red connects to the left and the black to the right pin of the motor. Twist the wires in place. Step 3, attach the motor assembly to the base plate using the motor bracket and 2 of the larger screws. These are the 6mm screws, so you're going to need 2 of them. I'd recommend you put the screw onto the screwdriver and then attach it to the motor bracket first. Much easier to manage the tiny screws. You also want to locate, there's a notch on the gear assembly that'll insert right onto the opening of the motor bracket. I'm going to place it towards the front end. And continue turning the screws to attach it to the base plate. This part you just want to make sure you're lining up the holes in the base plate so your screws can turn it easily. For step 4, put the tire rings onto the wheels. Step 5, install the angled axles onto 2 wheels. These are going to be the front wheels. Then assemble the rear axle and wheels. Use the U-shaped metal bracket. Attach the plastic sleeves to the rear shaft to keep it in place. And add the wheels to the axle. What you want to do is attach both wheels at the same time, kind of sandwiching the rear axle. It's much easier this way. For step number 6, use 2 of the smaller screws to attach the rear axle assembly to the base plate. Just like we did for the motor bracket, you want to set the screw onto the screwdriver and place it into the U-shaped metal bracket. This makes it much easier to assemble the rear axle. And once you're ready, just go ahead and screw in the axle to the back part of the base plate. It's going to be a little off center, so just keep an eye out for that. It should be a little more to one side than the other. Then insert the angled front axles onto the right and left motor shaft. For step 7, go ahead and wrap around the battery pack wires. They seem to be quite long. It doesn't show this on the picture, so it's something I ran across while assembling. Use some of the remaining screws, these are the 4mm screws, to attach the battery pack to the top of the base plate. You want to do this with the switch facing towards the back. Again, like I did for the brackets, I set the screw onto the screwdriver. It just makes it easier to start. And I lined up the openings of the battery pack with the base plate. As far back as possible, I was able to locate the opening. Do the same for another 4mm screw. For step 8, you want to take some scissors. If you don't have some scissors, you can just kind of tear off part of the foam ball. That way you can create a flat surface. This is going to allow the adhesive backing from your Google eye to stick much more better. What you don't see on camera is I removed the backing already. Step number 9, you want to cut your pipe cleaning rod in half. You only need half the length of it. Then you want to thread the pipe cleaner rod through the hole in the front of the motor assembly. And you're just going to simply twist in place.